This is basically this is just every simple just going to keep
I mean, like, I get the 0, 0, but if it's true, it's
You
like...
shade towards it, and if it's false, you shade away. The other direction. Okay, let's graph the first one. Not possible. Okay, y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 2. Where'd you start?
down to
Yeah, down
Down 2, because that's your y-intercept. Then you went,
2 over 1.
and solid or dashed? Solid. Okay, now you plug in this point right here, right? 0, 0. So when you plug in 0, 0, you're here. So you have 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 2. So is 0 greater than or equal to a negative 2? True. So that means that this point is true. Okay, see how it's on this side of the line? That means every point on that side of the line is true. And every point on this side of the line is false. So like if you would have picked 5, 1 and plugged it in, it would have been a false statement. Make sense? Okay, so since these are true, you shade where the true side is. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, now you gotta do the parabola. This was an easy parabola with no work, so it's already solved for y. Where did you start? Started at 2.
Correct.
Okay, what does the negative 1 tell you? Flip, so it goes down how far? This tells you how far to go.
Goes down 1.
Goes down 1, over 1, right? So we go down 1, over 1. It's just a parent graph flip, so what's the next one? The first one's 1, 1, what's the next one? 2, how far? 2, how far? Over 2, down 4. So it goes here and here. Okay, solid or dash? Dash. Now parabolas shade inside or outside. So when we do this, can we plug in 0, 0? Yeah, because it's not on the graph. So I can plug it in. So plug in 0, 0 here. So is 0 less than 0 plus 2? Is 0 less than 2? True, correct? Okay, the true point is inside or outside the parabola? Inside, so I'm going to shade inside. So what's my answer? Yeah, this little weird one right here. So this has to be shaded extremely hard so I can see it. Bounded or unbounded? Bounded. Because it is enclosed. You have an enclosed shape. Bounded. Are we getting it? Good? What part? The what? What about where to shade it or how to graph it? All right, this is in vertex form already for you. So you know what x squared looks like, because that's a parent graph. So this tells you you started up 2. The negative 1 tells you down 1 over 1. So you start up 2, down 1 over 1. You know your parent graph, like if you were here, a parent graph, you went up 1 over 1, and your next point was 2, 4. Correct? You should know that one. So it's just flipped. So you went down 1 over 1, so your next one you're going to go over 2, down 4, because it's a parent graph flipped. Are you good? Sketch it in. How do we know it's dash? Yeah. It doesn't have an equal to, so we know it's dash. And how do you know it's shaped? You plug in 0, 0, because it wasn't on the line. So when you plug in 0, 0, which is to this point right here, this is 0 is less than 2, it's true. True is on the inside of the parabola, and you always shade the true points. Okay, so since it's inside, you shade all of the inside. The overlap is the answer. Better? You lying to me?
YOLO.
Okay. This in here is just another example of bounded and unbounded. If you look at the first one, it doesn't shade forever in any direction. It's got complete size, bounded graph. Later on, where these things intersect, are your vertices, and they are going to tell us the max and the min on our graph. It's usually where you make your most profit. Okay, that's what's coming up. So you need to understand where those are. This here is an unbounded graph because it shades forever in this direction. It has a max because it's bounded on the top, but it does not have a min. Okay, so those things we will get to. But bounded makes a shape, unbounded shades forever. All good? Okay.
What do you do with?
2x plus 3. Where do I start?
3.
3. Then I go up to over 1. Solid or dash?
Solid. Dash. My bad.
Okay, plug in 0, 0. True or false? Is
False.
0 greater than 3? False, so it shades where?
Up top.
Yeah, so this guy is false, so I shade the true side, which is over here.
Yeah, boys.
Okay, next one.
-1.
Where do you start? -1, we go
Up 2.
over 1, solid or dash.
Dash. That's the okay.
Plug in 0, 0, true or false?
False.
So 0 is less than -1 is false, so it shades this side. Where do they intersect?
No.
They do not. That can happen. So that means there is no solution. It's the empty set. Because they do not all intersect in one spot. All good? Could you have parallel lines and have them intersect?
Yes.
How could that happen?
Because they could.
They could shade where?
It's on the next example.
It could shade in the middle, right? It could shade here.
Yeah, they could both shade the same.
They could both shade the same way. So if they both went up, it would be all of the green. If they both went down, it would be all of the red. So be careful with parallel lines. They do not have to be all or none. All right? They can mess you up. Your turn.
Trust nobody.
Oh, never mind. My turn. X squared plus y squared greater than or equal 16. What shape?
Line.
A circle. How do we know it's a circle?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Are you going to square root across an addition sign?
Whatever that means, sure.
No, you would never do something like that, would you? Because you only square root across multiplication. So you cannot square root each one individually. That's not legal. Maybe, but not allowed. Okay, so we got x squared plus y squared. How do we know it's a circle? What's your clues?
X squared plus y squared.
It has an x squared and a y squared. It's
Square root.
addition, and both coefficients are the same. Why is this one easy? What's the center?
0.
0, 0. Okay, what would a different center look like?
I have like a number.
It would have a number, something squared, right? It would go like x minus 1 quantity squared plus y squared. What would that center be?
-1, 0.
Close?
1, 0.
1, 0. Good. All right, so this center is simple. It's 0, 0. What's its radius?
4.
4. So we go to 0, 0. All good. 4 all the way around. Solid or dash circle?
Solid.
Oh, those are bad.
Whoa.
Okay, how do I tell where to shade?
You got to plug in a number?
You do. And it's either going to be inside or
Outside.
outside. So you plug in 0, 0.
Oh,
Is 0 greater than 16?
not my boat.
So we shade, what?
No, never mind. I thought you knew 0, 0. Look at my object.
It's not on the actual graph. Okay, it's just the center. So it's outside. So we're shading here.
I tell you, that book's hard to read.
Okay, we've got our circle done. What's next?
I'll graph the -2.
What is it? What shape?
Line.
A line. And you want to start at -2 because he's already solved for you. Then you go up 1 over 1, solid or dash. Okay, where does this one shade? Plug in 0, 0. Is 0 greater than -2? True. So this guy shades this way. Where do these things double shade? Outside of the circle and on top of the line. So this is a weird shade. It goes here.
Wait, it's not inside, so no.
Nope, it is not inside the circle at all.
Wow.
Bounded or unbounded?
Unbounded.
Unbounded.
No.
Okay.
Girl. Girl, you looking fine.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, you got one.
Art practice.
What are you graphing? What shapes?
A circle
Circle and a line.
My favorite.
You plugged in 0, 0, and you said 0 plus 0 is less than 4. You said 0 is less than 4 is true. Agreed? Okay, which is right here. And now you're telling me I shade on the outside. Why? Where are the true points? There's no guessing. You plugged in the 0, 0, it's true.
Guess
It's inside the circle. Quiet. It's inside, so it's true. So the true points are
Your mom's
inside.
Oh, no.
What?
Do you need to leave? Because that's where I'm at.
I don't need to leave.
Yeah, I'm getting it. You're disrupting my class, and I don't like it. You're done. Understood.
Yeah.
Sit there and be quiet.
I.
All right, so let's shade.
Does the circle have to be dotted?
Yes.
That's extra credit. It's extra credit for both.
You are good. All right, let's
Actually,
dot the circle.
Cheyenne's question, so.
Cheyenne is the one who did this right? Okay, it's dashed. Okay, we got my dash circle, and we're shading where? Inside. So my circle's shaded. Do you understand? All right, Mason, do the next one.
Oh, you can go up there. You always go to me.
Come on.
Oh, do you want to go do it?
I don't care.
That's a jet.
Oh, yeah, I'll just try to do it.
Okay, go.
First you can start at positive on the y-axis. And since it's just that, don't you go up 1 over 1?
You do.
And just keep doing that.
Solid or dash?
Dash. From 0 for x.
And?
Y. 0 is less than positive 1, true. So you shade that. Right.
So where are the true points?
Right side.
Good job.
Where's right?
Inside the straight line.
This is true. That's underneath. So now where the black and yellow intersect. Right. So this is your answer. Bounded or unbounded?
That'll be bounded.
That would be bounded.
Bounded together. I love.
Okay. How many lines are there?
4,
3, 2.
1.
There's just
one.
It's a trick question.
You're a trick question.
They're all circles.
You're a trick question.
Who said 4? You were right. There are 4 lines up here. What's the first line? And what's it look like?
3, and then across.
It's 3 and it's horizontal. Very good. Solid or dash? Yeah, someone said that's actually a line in there. Is it really? Yeah. Okay, so we have a solid line here. Okay, Mason, where do I shade? Where do I shade it?
I'm not going to 0.
Equal to.
Is that true or false? So this is true. You plugged in this point. So this point is true. So I shade the bottom.
Underneath.
Okay, next line, what am I going to graph? Yeah. And can I do 2 at one time here? can do 0 and 5. Which direction are they going to go? So I have one solid or dash,
All solid.
solid on 0, solid on 5.
So that means you can't use 0.
We cannot use 0. What number do you want to use?
1.
1. So let's plug in 1. Is 0 less than 1?
Yes.
Is 1 less than 5?
Yes.
So where does this thing shape?
In
In the middle. So right now, what is double shaded?
Just that little section right there in the middle.
Yeah, this bottom piece right here. Everybody good? Okay, next. What are we going to graph? Okay, what's wrong with that one?
There's no number.
R numbers, they're 1.
Very quiet.
Come on, what do you got to do to it? Y is on the wrong side, so let's flip it around. Negative y is less than x. Everybody good to that point? Okay, now what?
You just put it there.
No.
Put it as your.
Y has to be what?
Positive.
Positive.
I said that. I said
I didn't hear
So
that.
you gotta flip the signs too. Or you gotta flip the greater than.
Thank you. Not y equals negative x, y is.
Less, or, no, greater than.
When you're dividing by a negative 1, you have to
Flip this.
split. So y is
Greater.
greater than negative x. What is his intercept? Y-intercept?
0.
0. And his slope?
Negative 1, 1.
So we start here, down 1 over 1, solid or dash?
That's dashed.
It's dash.
I'm gonna make it solid.
You started negative 1, you went down 1.
No, I started.
I started 0.
We'll do that. Okay, where does this thing shape?
Well, since you plug 1 in.
Can I plug in 0? No. What should I plug? What do you want to plug in?
Negative 1, 0.
Negative 1, 0? You want this point? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, anything that's not on the line. Negative 1, 0. So if we plug in 0 for y, negative 1 for x, we have 0 is greater than 1. True or false?
False.
False. So where does this thing shape?
Other side.
Other side. So I'm shading up. All right. Where does this thing triple shade?
Right here.
What's it look like?
Like that.
Yeah, like a trapezoid, kind of. But I usually put this one in here because a lot of people tell me it's a triangle.
Yeah.
Because they see this and they go like this. Why is that wrong?
Wow, size.
Yeah, it's not shaded in the blue. So you need to shade hard this one. Bounded or unbounded? Bounded.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta practice.
This is cakewalk.
Okay, second line. What did you do? Okay. Then what? How'd you graph it?
Go to 2 and 3. Go down forward.
Forward or dash? Shaded. Is 0 greater than 6? So where does it shade? So this is false.
Go down there.
So then we shade this way. So far, what's double shaded?
At top where is that?
Top. Okay, next line. Is everybody good on the purple one? Can I erase it?
You may.
Yes? What color you want now?
Green.
Green. Okay, what'd you do here? Step 1.
Plug-in zeros.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
graph
you
it
haven't
first.
graphed it yet?
I haven't graphed it yet.
Move.
Move the X over. then divide by -3. What does that do?
Flip your sign around.
What's my sign? Start at -1. How do I graph the slope? Solid or dashed? Plug in. Is 0 greater than 3?
Nope,
So it shades
underneath.
underneath. So I have red and green here, purple and green here, and red and purple here. Where do I have all 3 colors?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. So I have no solution.
No solution.
No solution.
We already know.
You can start to get on the line. For no sign.
I didn't get mine.
You didn't get no solution?
Oh my gosh.
No solution. No solution.
So you understand? Okay, everybody good? Question?
It's like the time.